Hey, how's it going? It's your boy Stick here. Not cracking a beer on this episode because we're doing it a little bit different. Your boy brought his good old buddy on to do an interview. I guess. I really don't know. Let's just roll the intro.
The Honestly Lazy Podcast.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Honestly Lazy Podcast with your host, me, Mr. Boy Stick. I hope you guys are having a great week, or you had a good week, as this will be uploaded Friday, because I just recorded all week, but that doesn't matter. I hope you guys have been enjoying the podcast lately. I hope you guys enjoyed the new mic. I am still adjusting to this fucking thing. It's definitely a big difference from the condenser mic, which I had to put into retirement just for me to yank it right back out literally a week later. Let me explain, but before I explain, I should probably talk about a few things. I will be talking about next week a little bit, or I might do a live stream. I'm not sure yet. Follow me on social media. Oh, I guess you fucking can't. It'll already be done by then. I will be talking about KSI and Jake Paul's bullshit because that was a fucking crazy weekend. All that shit going on. Fights being canceled, all that type of shit. I really do want to talk about, so I will be, even if it's out of date. I don't care, because that's how your boy actually rolls. But, no, I'm going to talk about it, because I want to. I was going to do a live stream, but I'm busy as fuck this whole week, and it sucks. So I might just do a video, or I'll announce a live stream next week, and we'll talk about it, and I'll think of something else to talk about for the show. But a lot more people have been listening to podcasts lately. I've been noticing the views are growing on YouTube and on Spotify. I've been checking out both ways. People keep coming up to me, giving me feedback on the show, and they're enjoying it. So I just got to say thank you to everybody who's actually been watching it and enjoying it, because, you know, it's getting bigger and bigger, actually. It's kind of crazy to think about. But more and more people are actually checking it out. It's been a year and, you know, of grinding, and, you know, once the merch came out, people wanted it and people started rocking it, and it really helped me out by getting, the name out just a little bit farther. So if you're a new listener, you're subscribed and you're liking, you're leaving comments, stuff like that, thank you very much. But I cannot forget about the OGs of me and doing this content. I can't forget about you. And one of the OGs of listening to this podcast actually came on this week. But before we start that, I just gotta say, if you aren't following me on social medias, you might as well. I haven't been posting lately, but I will get back into it. Life's been busy. And I really do want to get back into posting on the old social medias and stuff, but god damn, I'm too damn busy. So follow me on Instagram at the Honestly Lazy Podcast, Twitter, Boy Stick Channel. That's about it. And you can follow me on Anchor.fm. Shout out to Anchor.fm for getting this podcast on, I don't know, Spotify, Apple Music, we're pretty much anywhere you can listen to your podcast. They do it all for free, and you can do whatever the hell you need to do. You can record on there. You can quick upload. I usually do the quick upload because I pre-record. But you can do everything you want right there to help you out. So shout out very much so to Anchor.fm for, you know, making it so much easier for people who want to do podcasting or do shows, whatever the fuck. For making their lives a little bit easier. Follow me on there. Follow me on, or like and subscribe on YouTube. Click the fucking bell, I guess. I don't know. So you notify when the podcasts come out. There's more shit coming. Going to be filming more. Like I said, life's been fucking busy. But there will be more coming. Don't you worry. But let's get into the episode today. So some of the stuff that's in this episode is going to be kind of dated because Logan Paul already did his wrestling debut on SummerSlam and stuff like that. I should have uploaded this last week, but I didn't because I'm an idiot, and I'm doing it this week. But this week on the show, I actually got the guy on that I actually want to become my co-host with this show. His name is B. Warrens, Brandon Warrens. I call him B. Warrens throughout the interview, I'm pretty sure. And I've known this guy since I was about 16 years old at my first job. He was pretty much the first one to be nice to me at that job. People started being nice to me, but it took a long, long time for people to actually like me. Probably because I'm a bit much to fucking deal with. But Brandon was always a cool dude, and he always wanted to do content creating. And he always randomly once in a while will be like, yo, I want to do content creating. I'm like, yo, fucking come on the show. This has actually been a year in the making trying to make this interview actually happen, because we were supposed to do this actually last August. He came over and we were supposed to do this and it never happened. And then he got laid off from his job throughout the winter. We were supposed to do it then. It never happened. So pretty much it's been a year in the making of me trying to come on, get him on the show, and it's going to be another year of me begging him to become the full-time, co-host of the show, because me and him have great back and forths. He's a wicked dude. He's really into wrestling, TV, movies. He's really into fucking Pokemon, like weirdly into Pokemon. Nah, I'm just joking. He's not that weird into it, but he likes collecting the Pokemon cards, and he's really easygoing, and I can ask him fucking anything, or I can bounce anything off him, and he can keep a conversation going. Pretty much everything I want in a co-host, and he tolerates my dumbass a lot more than a lot of people do. So, this week on the Honestly Lazy podcast is my good friend, Brandon Warrens. B. Warrens, shout out to him for coming on, man. It was a great time. He had a lot of fun doing it. We sat in his fucking office and sweated our balls off while drinking beer. I was severely sunburnt, as you can see in the video. I was very sunburnt. I was skating the day before. Fucking didn't put any sunscreen on. Terrible idea. I burn like a fucking... I look like a fucking lobster, man. So, anyways... Shout out to Brandon Warrens for coming on. I'm going to have more people on. I just need to start DMing people. I'm fucking lazy. There'll probably be tattoo artists on soon. Bill, you know who the fuck you are. There'll be buddies, skateboarders, other podcasters, whatever the hell I can get my hands on. I just need to start DMing. But for today, I am very honored to bring my buddy B. Warrens onto the show. Let's just get the interview rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. My good buddy. Crack your fucking beer. I blew it. Usually I crack it. This new microphone's a big fucking difference for me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. B. Warrens.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
On the podcast, finally.
Finally.
Just so everybody knows, this is the guy I have been trying to get on for years. This is the guy that I've been trying to make my co-host since, Since before Honestly Lazy, we wanted to do content. Because back in the day, I was like I wanted to be like a filmmaker, and you were like, I'll act, I'll be the boss. Like, he was pretty much going to be like a Better Call Saul for me. But yeah, man, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Finally, I'm glad we can do this.
Yeah, man. So we gotta give you a little bit of background. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do. What you inspire to do, if you want to do content or something future. Give us those type of little things before we really get into our conversation.
Like what I do professionally?
Sure, you can.
What I like to do.
Yeah, like everything. Just tell us, like, okay, like you could tell us your job, and I'm like, for a side hobby, I want to do this or this. Just you gotta do your intro. You stop being so fucking awkward.
Yeah. Brandon. I gotta have more beers, I guess.
Yeah.
No, my name's Brandon. I'm a cook. I went to culinary school. I'm a cook. I work in town here in Coburg as well. Coburg shout out. At a farmer's market. I do that, both those jobs right now. Try to do things in my spare time. I try to read a little bit more than I try to stay sharp reading. I like playing video games, listening to music, all that good stuff. In terms of content, I'd love to do this with you more.
Well, yeah,
I'd also like to do like kind of prank videos, but like different. I don't know how to explain it, but something along those lines. I feel like we would do good at.
Prank videos.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? I'm curious now. What do you think?
I don't know. Stuff similar to like the Ross. What's his name?
The Ross.
The Ross guy. What's that guy's name? He's like tall, blonde hair.
The Ross? What the fuck are you talking?
That Ross guy that does like he has his van. He films stuff, but then like he has like the long-haired hippie guy. They do videos together. I can't think of his name right now.
The
Ross Productions or something like that.
Okay, wait. Have you shown me him before?
I think so.
The Ross. I don't.
He's pretty big. He got in trouble years ago. He like did a backflip off the picnic table, and like the cops arrested him. That guy. Stuff that he makes, kind of thing, where like he does like different skits.
Are you expecting me to do a fucking backflip?
No. But like some in that vein, those kind of videos, I feel like would be good.
Huh. I mean, it'd be interesting if you really asked me if we got more into content creating.
Or like go to like a Walmart parking lot, pretend to be like a cop, and be like, oh yeah, we got this guy here, plaid shirt, sunglasses. Yeah, we're on to him. That kind of stuff.
Plaid shirt and sunglasses. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought you were calling out my fucking outfit right now.
No.
Hang on one sec. Keep talking. I'm just going to check your microphone.
All right.
Yeah, you're good. This is how Honestly Lazy podcasts go.
Something like that. We can figure it out. I don't skate like you. I don't skateboard like you, so I don't want to do skateboarding.
I just
videos,
started that back up.
I saw your little manual you did. I saw Kiefer.
I didn't even land that one.
I assume it was Kiefer that tagged you in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. But.
So by the time this episode comes out, that will be out, that clip. But I did a manual. And it was a big Manny, but the clip that Kiefer actually posted, I didn't land it that day.
Okay, well, you fooled me. It looked good. So.
It did look good, but I didn't land it. And and Kiefer was sitting there the whole time, like, "Oh yeah, you were so close, bro. Like I didn't see a drag, but I was like, I know I got a drag though, so you better just relax and fucking not post it. And ain't posted anyways. Love you, Kiefer. Shout out to Kiefer. Big fan of the Honestly Lazy podcast. And shout out to everybody down at that skate park, man. They keep fucking making me skate more and more. So, it is what it is. But you've told me before, you missed one type of content that I thought you would bring up. You want to do the Pokemon cards.
The card opening, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we missed that window because it's still... I mean, you grew up playing it. Everyone grew up in our kind of age group playing that.
I was more of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. With COVID, everyone was kind of getting back into it, so it was like really popular, and it seemed like everybody was kind of doing those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I've always liked Pokemon cards, and I still have my collection that I really like as a kid. I have it in like a big binder, but I bought a few packs over the years, and I thought that'd be cool to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I mean, you can still do... that's the biggest thing with content nowadays is that you can do anything, get a fucking following.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier to find the cards, too, because back, when COVID first hit, it was a hard time finding cards, but, they also drove the price of cards up.
Well, it's Pokemon Go and all that shit got big. But
I like just opening them just to see what I actually get. I don't care. I don't really care about finding... it's obviously cool to get, a Charizard or whatever, but I don't care about getting that, thing every time, but it's just cool. I feel like a kid again opening a pack and seeing.
Well, I mean, for Brandon's birthday, what we get him is always Pokemon cards. Yeah, I get him beer, and my girlfriend gets him Pokemon cards. But
and
I mean,
McDonald's too. A couple of weeks, you're gonna have Happy Meal Pokemon cards again.
So do you collect the hockey cards then? Do you collect hockey cards?
No.
Really,
no. I did as a kid, but not really now. No.
Dude, you're the biggest fucking hockey fan.
I do. I do like hockey, but no, I don't really collect the cards. I'm not big into hockey cards.
Wow. I thought you were a big hockey card fan, actually. I learned something new about my one best friend.
No.
So, I mean, you want to get into content, that's sick. Honestly Lazy will turn into a production company one day, and you will definitely be a part of it. But you have to upload every day.
Opening Pokemon cards in my basement.
Three live streams a day of opening up Pokemon cards. Once we get Logan Paul money, I'll buy that card off him, the $3 million or $5 million card he bought. And
thankfully, they have new sets coming out every once in a while. So
do they?
Yeah, there's one dropping I think in a couple weeks.
Oh shit! They're dropping fucking Supreme.
Right now,
Supreme brands
in the stores, they have Pokemon Go branded cards. Those are kind of cool.
I still play Go.
I still play Pokemon Go too.
I thought the whole point of Pokemon Go was I guess you gotta walk to the store and get them. So I guess it's still. I thought the whole.
It just has the logo on the cards, but it has how when you go catch a Pokemon on your phone.
Yeah.
Pokemon has the background.
Instead
of, the other artwork. So they're kind of cool cards actually.
I
should have brought those with me. I do have some of those.
Oh shit! Well, next episode you got to bring those motherfuckers because that would be really cool to actually see. We'll do a live opening. Maybe we'll do a live stream view opening.
If anybody wants to send this guy Pokemon cards too for us to open, send this guy Pokemon cards.
Kiefer, you know what's up.
They're not cheap. Not when my parents bought them as kids, but
So this is another thing that I want to ask you about, because it's been a busy summer for you, and I know I sound more professional, like I've done my research, but I haven't fucking done any. This is just because he's my best friend. Is the fact that you are getting married again for the second time. Same woman, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking second time. That's a crazy thing. So, I mean, difference this year compared to before COVID's planning a wedding. How is that going?
If you ask Courtney, it's a little bit more stressful. Shout out to Courtney.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more stressful just because it seems like, well, it's gonna be August 1st. I don't know how it's gonna be August 1st already, but
Yeah, that was for the first one.
well, yeah, but I mean, like
That was the backyard one.
I just can't believe it's almost August. Like summer's kind of flying by. So
We're already halfway through summer, man.
So
Shit.
if you ask her, it's stressful. I try to help her where I can, but I'm not much of a help. She would tell you that.
Of course. You lazy fuck.
It almost was easier doing like the shotgun kind of like, because like with COVID, we had the plan to do this wedding that we're doing now to have the big party, but with COVID, you can only have so many people outside. And like the backyard wedding was great. It felt more intimate that way.
It felt more intimate.
I
I met my girl, the love of my life that night. Somehow.
Having it in my mom's backyard was kind of cool too. So, but this one, it just seems more stressful this time around. It seemed easier. Like we literally planned that one in like 2 weeks, the COVID wedding. So.
Yeah, literally, I just got told. By the way, wedding is in like fucking 2 weeks. Go.
We dropped a couple bombs on you. We dropped the baby bomb on you.
Yeah, in the same day, in the wedding.
And then getting married.
Yeah. So Brandon and Courtney had a COVID baby because they were bored because they were in such lockdown. They got
tired of.
They fucked like rabbits, and I mean they fucked like rabbits because they got it on the first try.
We got tired of watching Netflix. we were just chilling.
It went that fucking that Pornhub drum was like stuck in your guy's head for a few weeks.
No, I mean the plan was to try and have kids after we got married, but then like with us not even knowing if we're gonna have a wedding, we're like, let's try and have kids first, and then like worry about the wedding later, and then.
Like how you say kids, like you were hoping for twins.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Have a kid first, and then get married after, kind of things. We didn't know how long it was gonna take either, and
that's the thing, eh? You never know.
Happened in the first try.
First try Friday. Was it on a Friday?
I don't think so.
Oh god, because Courtney literally always tells me she can give me the actual day. Don't announce it, because I don't need to know.
I don't know that.
But apparently she can tell me what day you guys did the dirty.
Yeah.
And
no one needs to know that. Dude.
Nobody needs to know that.
No.
But if she ever told me, it'd fucking haunt me for us. Like every year when that came, I'd be like, they did something fucking gross today. No, it was a beautiful thing, and I love your daughter. But there was one thing that you did miss out on before COVID, and that was a bachelor party. And so we did it this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I had a good time.
I had a great time.
I had a good time. So pretty much for Brandon's bachelor party. By the way, so the difference between boys and girls stag party is girls put way too much time into theirs.
They did the whole weekend. Like, was it 2 weekends ago?
Yeah, it was. No, it was last weekend. It was last weekend. Yeah. So so theirs was like planned. What? 3 months in advance.
Oh, ours was like by the seat of pants.
So they literally had a hotel booked. They had
all the tours that were going on already.
Like 3 months in advance. Like they were fucking ready to go, and my girlfriend for 3 months was just getting everything like made, disco balls and all that type of shit for this fucking things. It was like disco
fanny
theme.
Packs, they had fanny packs.
Yeah, my girlfriend has hers still hanging up. So they had theirs planned 3 months in advance. Fucking we blew it. All we had was the craft beer brewery tour. And by the way, I found out that we didn't even know where the last brewery was going to be. We had 3. And it was like, we were supposed to end up in Ajax, but we couldn't get a brewery out there. No, we couldn't get a hotel.
Couldn't get a hotel. Like, yeah, that was the thing. We were trying to plan the last stop at where we were staying, but we couldn't find a hotel. And there isn't a brewery in Peterborough, because that's where we ended up staying.
There was no brewery.
No.
We ended up in fucking Bowmanville. Like, shout out to the homie Adam who fucking drove all the way out. One of the groomsmen who couldn't come out for the night came out to Newcastle, picked us up, and drove us all the way to Peterborough, which is about 20 minutes. It was about 40 minutes there and back for him.
Yeah.
Just for us to have a good night. And we...
That was it Canada Day weekend we went to, or no?
No, it wasn't Canada Day weekend.
No, it was the weekend before, right?
I think so. It was the 22nd, I think.
Okay.
It was a few weekends before.
Yeah. Okay.
So we...
I was going to say, 35-115 would have been bopping.
So it would have been. So I was fully unprepared for what this night was going to be like, because I'm sitting here. So there was 4 of us, right? And in this is him, who's a father, always tired, and then there was the best man, a father of 2, figured be more tired, and then there's our buddy Luke, who fucking is like the quietest, like most innocent looking kid. And then you get booze in him, and he's a fucking animal. I am scared like, dude, like that guy.
I should have gave you guys this because I've had some good nights with Luke in the past.
Yeah, you didn't give me shit.
Yeah.
It was at your first wedding when you made me take a shot at Gibson, and I almost threw up everywhere. I was like, this motherfucker's like different from everybody else. So my dumb ass decided the night before to go play poker until fucking 1 a.m. Just like, fuck it, you know, what's the worst that can happen? I figured, the way I looked at it was...
What did you think? You thought we were
going to the brewery tour and then go sleep in a hotel. I thought the brewery tour was the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, he thought we were going to like 10 or 11 at night doing this tour, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, very misinformed.
The last one was done at what, like 5?
Yeah.
Adam picked us up around 6, and we went back to Peterborough. We made it back to Peterborough by 7 o'clock.
I figured... I'm with a bunch of fucking 30-year-old men.
And my sister's boyfriend, Mitch, was there with us, too.
Yeah.
He couldn't come to the hotel after, but he did the brewery tour.
But I figured, like, you know, these are 30-year-old fucking men. We'll be in bed by, like... I was expecting 11:30, 12.
Honestly, didn't think we were going to stay out as late as we did.
We'll get to that. We need to explain this whole fucking... I get there. We're waiting. I played poker until, I think, midnight or 1 in the morning the night before. I fucking, like, you know, obviously I had too many. Lost $40, which isn't a lot, but to me that's like a case of beer. Fucking go out to Brand's the next day, and I am in rough shape. I think you could tell when I pulled up. Paulina drove me out. I got out of the car.
Well, I figured it was for the next day, but you came strapped with Gatorade.
I think I brought 2 Gatorades. One was meant for you, and one was for me. Like a fresh pack of smokes, and like... I remember just walking up, and Devin gave me one of these beautiful Sleeman Clears, and that shit was like the best medicine. The old hair of the dog, that shit kicked me right back into fucking place, ladies and gentlemen, and I was ready to go, but I was kind of like bummed because I was like, dude, I'm going to get fucking drunk, and then we're just going to go crash where I want to keep partying. And then Devin or you were like, no, we're like,
going to be an all-night thing, or the plan was to go all night.
Well, the plan was, yeah, they were like, no, the brewery's just like the warm-up. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, that's not good. What do you mean it's just, that's the warm? Well, we're going to Peterborough. I was like, yeah, just for a place to crash. We're not going to crash at Brand's. No, we're partying in Peterborough, which Peterborough is like university town. There's a lot, like there's some, like I love Peterborough, but there's definitely some sketchy parts. And like, right when I heard Peterborough, I'm like, oh my God, hotels in Peterborough I don't know about. But, so yeah, we went, I was pounding back, we got paddles at every brewery, and I was pounding back the beers trying to get a good buzz on, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it. I fucking blew it.
There's only one that I didn't like. It literally tasted like apple cider vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
Mixed with like some juice. They called it like the cherry one. It literally tasted and smelled like apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. Well, I just remember we were at the first brewery and everyone's like sipping their beers. Like I remember Devin and all of them were sipping. And Brandon sitting. Were you sitting across from me or were you sitting next to me?
I think I was sitting beside you.
Yeah, you were sitting beside me. He looked over and already had 3 glasses gone. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh my God, dude. I was like, I need to fucking get going or I'm not going to make it tonight. I was like, right then and there when I heard, oh, we're going out partying, I'm like, oh, I fucking...
I thought you were going to go up and grab more, like another pint or something, because you finished yours pretty quick.
No, I was like, no, like I brought a lot of money. I spent a fucking lot of money that night because like the breweries were all prepaid for through the.
That's part of the limo thing.
Yeah. So we were doing that. Our fucking limo driver at the first place buying fucking tall cans. I was like, uh-oh.
I guess that was his favorite one. He knew that, I guess. She's done that before.
Shout out to like Old Flame, Five Paddles,
Man
Antler. They were great hosts to us and treat us very well. And they all had, well, like one of them, I won't say which one, but one of them I wasn't a fan of. But the other two were really good. And one of them had like fucking very good pizza that I was eating.
I mean, I'm sure they give them permission to do it. But that pizza food truck was great.
That shit was like life-saving.
That saved me because if I didn't have any food,
you would have been
a lot more rougher when we got to the hotel and beyond.
So we literally, like we've said, we didn't have this fucking plan. We get to Peterborough with what? None of us grabbed booze. I didn't think I would have to bring booze.
Devin had a case of beer.
Luke had a 15, a Bush.
Yeah.
And then we had our beer. We all bought beer from some of the craft brewery places. And we're like, this isn't going to last 4 of us.
No.
But we figured...
We were going to make an LCBO run when we got to the hotel, but we didn't. We drank what Luke had.
We saved some for when we got back. But pretty much the plan was chug 2... And then we walked with 1.
And then we walked with 1. I think we chugged 1 and walked with 1, I think.
Yeah, we walked all the way to downtown Peterborough. Ended up at this great little bar called McThirsty's. Shout out to McThirsty's, man. That place was fucking vibing that. That night. Oh my god.
That was a great. We walked past Junction. We walked past Social. A couple other places downtown.
Like big places.
We should have stopped at Whistle Stop first and got food. Although the food at McThirsty's was good.
Yeah.
But Whistle Stop has that like.
Is that the poutine place that Devin was telling us about?
Yeah, we should have stopped there.
Have you had that place before?
I have, yeah.
Oh shit, shout out to that. Yeah, everyone's getting, all these places are getting free shout outs.
Yeah.
But McThirsty's was vibing, man. It was just like we were sitting outside on a picnic table.
Great night, there's no bugs or anything.
And and like.
We almost felt like we were in our own little like thing, even though there's like tables around us, we felt like we were just kind of there, and I mean, we were probably pretty...
Well,
we were pretty drunk by then, but I felt like we were the only ones there. But I knew there's other people around us. But yeah, it was good.
Well, it was
good
great.
Vibe. And that part of downtown Peterborough is not bad.
No,
the part we walked through
was bad.
To there, it was bad.
The bathroom. We stopped at this fucking random bathroom, and I swear to God, it was something out of an old fucking Slender Man game. It was so creepy.
That was a little. Yeah.
And like there's fucking like outdoor bowling or grass bowling right there and shit. There's like sketchy ass playground. I was like, meth heads, old men, and children can all hang out here.
All the trash cans of Peterborough were filled with beer cans and like cigarettes and everything.
Oh my God.
Overflowing, like not even just
And like when we got to our hotel, the exact same. We pulled up to our hotel and there was like 3 rugby teams there partying in the fucking in the parking lot.
Like beer pong in the parking
lot.
Yeah. The tables out there and everything.
Yeah, man, it was fucked. And we were like, oh shit, like dude, this is fucking sketchy. Like I didn't feel safe for quite a while. I don't know about you, but I was like, yo, we gonna get robbed or something, or mugged or jumped.
I figured if we stuck together, we were gonna be fine, and we were.
Yeah, I mean, Devin, shout out to the best man, Devin. He was our dad for the fucking night. Like, took care of us because we were getting excited a lot.
He put all this stuff together. He organized the tour and everything, and the bus was great.
Hey, could you close the door behind you? Waylon opened it.
Oh.
All right, let's keep her moving. God damn, Waylon. Yeah, he did an amazing job doing it, and he was drunk, but he was like
well, you were making fun of Devin and I at the McThirsty's because we were having not a water with every beer, but one of our last
you
ones.
fucking were drinking a lot of
water with our food, and I'm like, I just needed some water, something other than.
All right, let me break this down for everybody. Why I was making fun of these two it wasn't just a drinking water thing. These fucking clowns, are at it's Brandon's stag fucking party, and we're all like we get to the bar, and I'm like, well, let's take a round of shots. And the groom and the best man, who are supposed to be down to do anything, we're like, nah, I don't want any shots. So instantly, you fucking pussy. So everything after that, they were pissing me off. Like drinking water. Brandon got the fucking hiccups. Like you were giving like.
Yeah, I couldn't stop.
Brandon kept hiccuping, and I mean not just like the whole fucking night. Brandon's hiccuping, and I finally snapped. And I think I started punching you. Each time you hiccup, I punched you in the gut.
Yeah, that didn't help.
No,
I don't think it made it worse, but it didn't help.
No, it didn't help. It was just really funny for me to punch you in the fucking gut.
I think the server made fun of us for having water too.
Oh, the server loved. I was wearing this exact same shirt, the pineapple shirt, and she was like, "You look like you're a good time because of the shirt." Because because I thought we'd be in bed, I didn't bring a change of clothes. So these guys are all.
You didn't bring a bag. You just.
I didn't bring anything.
You literally brought the Powerades, your smokes, and your wallet and your phone. That was it. Not an overnight bag. Not even like a change of shoes in case like.
No,
Just.
This is how well I trust myself drunk. I knew I didn't need an overnight bag. All I needed was to get through the fucking night. And so, I mean, these guys are in, like, nice pants and, like, nice t-shirts. I'm in a fucking button-up t-shirt.
Well, I was rocking shorts, and I had, like, a shirt similar to yours when we were on the tour. And then, like, when we went out, I threw a golf shirt on and some jeans, I think. Because I figured it was going to be cold that night. It was a little bit cool that night.
It was perfect.
Did a little minor outfit change.
Yeah, where I just was like, fuck it. I felt like the Alan of our group from The Hangover. You guys were kind of more dressed up nicely, and I was just like fucking shorts and a t-shirt and a button-up. And I mean, I was getting compliments all night. And
He was, yeah.
I was. And the funniest part was, like, they're like, oh yeah, what's the celebration? And I kept saying he's getting married for the second time.
The cool thing was seeing those teachers, because we saw them
yeah.
at, well, I didn't wait, they saw us at Old Flame, I guess, and we met up at Five Paddles.
Yeah.
And they were going to the one we were supposed to go to in Ajax, so they were on, like, the same kind of tour.
Yeah, they were looking at Luke.
They were finishing up in Ajax. And
Luke is a little wheeler, by the way. Shout out to Luke.
Shout out to Luke, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there was teachers watching us. Like
if anybody out there like deserves to go on a tour,
it's teachers.
It's teachers and like nurses and doctors.
Yeah,
they need to go on one of those tours.
Oh, for
too.
Sure.
But definitely teachers, especially with COVID and everything going on.
And COVID, yeah, like it's just been a hell of a year for them. Yeah. So cheers to all the teachers. Cheers up.
Yeah, cheers up.
Have to cheers to that.
Like with Courtney being a supply teacher, I know exactly how.
Yeah, and Paulina also
Paulina too. Yeah.
But yeah, and we had a bunch of strange events throughout the whole night. So we drank at McThirsty's, and I thought it was 10 o'clock, and I was like, I figured we're going to shut this down soon. I looked at my phone; it was fucking midnight. We were pounding them too, and I think I ordered.
You did like 3 rounds of shots.
4.
Couple Burt Reynolds, and then the server picked one.
Yeah, and then my dumbass. This is how drunk I was. I ordered food and shit. We order all the pints. We order shots. I tipped.
You got a poutine.
I got a poutine.
Kevin and I shared nachos.
And Luke got a corn dog. Like a fucking like a fucking child. And she was chirping him. And he asked for a half pint too. And the bartender or the waitress was chirping him.
Is that worse than having water?
In a way, I feel like it is.
Or is it on par with having water?
No, I think it's a bit worse.
We didn't switch to water. We had beer still, but we were having waters too.
Yeah, I think he was being more of the pussy by switching her up
half pint?
To a half pint. That just means his stomach was.
Well, I think by that point, even though I thought like, okay, we're almost done, but then we stayed past midnight. We planned to leave around 1, but then that way they don't have like Uber and stuff. They have this weird. What's it called? Like Drive something?
I don't even remember. It was so.
So we had to download a separate app to get it, and then we were supposed to get picked up around 1. They didn't end up coming like another half hour. So that's when you got the 4th round of shots, and I think we each had another beer. And then it came about 1:30.
Yeah, I tipped, and at this point, I tipped the bartender a good tip for my drinks and stuff. For the 1 pint, I tipped her $10. Like. And it was just me being so shit-faced. I would just like, here's money. And then she was like, no, I want to give it back to you. I was like, oh, no, I thought I gave her a 5. And I looked at my wallet. I was like, that was fucking $10 for 1 pint. God damn it, I fucked up. But yeah, so the cab pulls up, and it's 1 a.m, and earlier in the night, it slipped out. I slipped out and said, yo, there's a casino in Peterborough. I don't know why we decided to go. It was a good thing we did, but why the fuck did we decide to go to a casino?
I think what we were going to do was go to there first and then go to a bar after.
Was that the plan?
I think so.
I don't even fucking remember.
But we just ended up staying at that bar for so long.
Just having a blast. And like, we get to this bar, or at this casino around 1:30 or whatever, and it's dead. Like, nobody in there.
There's maybe 5 other people.
Like, old people.
Not including staff.
Old people with diapers on, just trying to fucking win back their retirement.
They were there as long as we were at the bar for possibly longer.
In diapers.
Possibly the day before in a diaper.
I've been in that casino before, and I've actually seen buses pull up with just from retirement homes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I mean, it's
nice
packed.
casino, and they just redid that one, too.
Yeah, but who the fuck, like, dude, if I'm so bored of retirement, I'm going to a casino, just fucking, like, roll me into the pond.
You find your machine, you put your diaper on, and you just...
Yeah, and spend all my money.
Get some drinks.
There's more to life than just sitting there hitting a fucking button.
There is. If they win big, then they're out of the retirement home. They go, like...
Yeah, they're senile.
They can go retire.
They're senile, Brand.
They can go retire on, like, an English cruise or something.
On an English cruise. They wouldn't even know how to fucking book it. They wouldn't even know where to go to book it.
They would pay someone to book it for them.
Their fucking telephones out.
I don't even know if you could win big at the casino. I don't know.
Well, while we were there, so we pull up, we go in. I was like, let's get around. And I was like, I'll buy everybody a pint. $40 for 4 pints. Fucking rip off.
Basically, we were at like the Blue Jays game or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the price.
And the girl literally gives us our drinks and says, now, it's only 1 an hour, and this is last call, so you guys are only getting 1. And if there's any sights of you being intoxicated, they will kick you out. And she literally said, and I know you all are fucking intoxicated, so please behave and go win some money. Within 2 seconds, I mean, me to Brandon away from the girl just gave us, and I just paid $40 for these pints. Brandon took a swig of beer and spilled it all down his shirt in front of her, in which I grabbed him and tried to throw him into a crowd, but there was no fucking crowd to throw him in. So I was like, well, now we're awkwardly walking away from you spilling your beer.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're at this casino. Brandon and I didn't put down $1. I was like, fuck this. Like, I just had the weird.
I wanted to play the machines, but we tried the table first.
So yeah, Luke sees the table. He's like, let's play some blackjack. I've never played before. This motherfucker walked out, and I change the number every time, but I'll say it, $500. That's what I think he walked. He walked out with probably less, but he was like $300 to $500.
It was in that range, yeah.
Like, this man never played before. The dealers were helping him. Like, yo, fucking do it, don't do it, and all this shit. This motherfucker got 21, dealt to him 3 times.
I say 3 or 4 times
in a row.
Yeah.
Like, in a row. I was like, this motherfucker, I hate you, but I love you. And we're all getting excited. And then Luke gives Brandon here $25 and says, you try it. And how much did you walk out with?
I think 100.
$100.
Yeah.
And you could have kept going and be like, no, I'm good.
Calling it, yeah.
I think you're up to like 125 and you lost a $25 and you're like, I'm done right there.
Yeah.
And we got all excited and I went and take a piss and apparently, well, you can tell them what happened while I was taking a piss.
Well, I guess we're being too loud, which we probably were because Luke just won $500.
And Luke was chirping all the old people there. Luke was so loud, like, holy shit, there's a lot of old people here.
We either decided to go cash out or we were told to go cash out our chips.
I think we were going to cash out anyway, because I think Devin, being the dad that he was, like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
I think it was a mutual thing, but I think we were kind of being, pushed out.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were fucking kicking us out. They were like... I guarantee you, if we were all sober watching that, it was like they were like just guiding us. We weren't ready to go yet, but they were just like, Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They fucking kicked us out. They're, yo, you're like you guys only had 1 pint and you're like 10 times more hammered than you were like 10 minutes ago. Fucking, so we leave that, fucking get into the most crazy cab we've ever been in. What kind of music was that? Like,
it was
I can't say it.
like East Indian of some kind.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
No, we're not going to be racist here, but I mean.
But it was in that.
But I mean, it involved like a lot of like high pitched singing and shit, in which our cab driver, who by the way wasn't our cab driver, it was just we couldn't get our cab out there, and this guy was like, "Yo, I just dropped these guys off. Give me $20, and we'll fuck." Or was it? It was more than that. But he's like, "Pay me now, and I will get you back to your fucking hotel." And we're like, "Done." And I mean, by the way, this hotel was a scuzzy fucking place, but it was awesome. So this guy singing, whistling, dancing while driving us.
Oh yeah.
And I think I wasn't looking at a speedometer, but he was fucking giving it.
Flying.
Yeah. Like we got on that fucking highway for like 2 seconds. I was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die." I didn't look at the speedometer once.
Like
I was
so
scared.
making a new Back to the Future movie. We were in it right there.
Fuck that. We were in the Fast and the Furious, man. Felt like fucking Vin Diesel. Family. You know, all that shit. But get back to the hotel where Brandon started fucking flirting with a grandma and a chick from Boston. Remember the Boston girl?
Remember the Boston girl? We weren't flirting. We were just being nice to them.
Nah, Brandon was so in love with the grandma. She had a pimping cane that was like wrapped up in gold and shit.
I remember we were tripping the Boston lady. Devin was tripping the Boston lady too, and Luke too.
And Luke.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that Brandon doesn't remember, but me and Devin got invited. This guy from his window, I mean, he was fucking wired on cocaine or crack or something. You could see his head through the blinds, and he was like, "Hey!" And we're like, "Yo!" And he was like, "You guys still partying?" We're like, yeah, we're still partying, bro. All right, come up to my room when you're done with your cigarettes. We're like, yeah, we will. And he closed his blinds, and I looked at Devin. I was like, we go up there, we're going to be on cocaine in 5 minutes. So we decided, bad idea.
No, that was a good choice.
And we kept looking up, and he kept poking his eyes through his little fucking peeper hole and shit, just staring at us from his window.
You would have been like dead, I think. Not just on coke, like you would have been like murdered. Probably.
Yeah, probably. My kidney's gone, my eyeball's
gone.
gone.
Woke up in the bathtub with missing, some kind of body part.
Yeah, like fucking all of us in all of our hotel rooms wake up, like come out butt ass naked, still like fucking my kidney's gone.
You and Devin would have been like sewn together or something like that.
Oh god, like you fucking come into hotel room sewn ass to mouth, fucking human centipede style, fucking cracking scene there like, I found my C, like fucking knocks you out. It's like, no, we almost were out of here. Fucking Christ. Yeah, and apparently that day in that same hotel we were staying in, the Boston lady was like, there was 3 overdoses today. And this is the only time where I've heard something like that where I'm like, I don't fucking think you're lying either. That seems like a straight up fact. That's 3 people OD'd here today. But
if you looked at the outside, you'd believe it. The hotel,
the trash can and like full of butts and fucking ants and oh my god, yeah. And like there's the security of that place. There's like one guy who fucking works there.
I didn't even see that guy.
And then so we had 3 hotel rooms too, and all of them were different. One of them had no carpet. One of them had a hole in the wall. One of them did have carpet. And one of them, one of the 3, what we discovered is you could turn on TV, but the volume was cranked and you couldn't turn it back off. Luke and
2
Devin.
of them were on the same floor, like down the hall from each other. We didn't get side by side rooms. So one was on the floor underneath.
Yeah.
And then 2 were on the same floor.
Yeah.
You and I ended up in one room.
Yeah, there was one room that we didn't even fucking use because we got too drunk.
And then Luke and Devin were in the other room, but they had their TV on the whole night because they couldn't figure out how to turn the TV off. And their TV's like blasting. Like when we went to go meet up with Luke at the end of the next day, you could hear it from the hall. Yeah, you could hear it probably in down on the main floor. It was that loud. So
we had
I feel bad for their neighbors.
I don't think they had any.
No,
hopefully it was probably just a lacrosse team.
Yeah, they probably wasn't. I don't know.
I swear the lacrosse team was knocking on our door at one point while we were sleeping.
I don't know. We were going back to the room and just once we were done.
Yeah.
Drinking again and just passing out.
Yeah, fucking. I made it rain on Luke with cash.
Yeah.
because I was that drunk. I flicked a toonie right into his fucking head, so from me thinking we'll be in bed by like 11:30, 12, we were in bed at 4 in the fucking morning, bro. What the actual
we
fuck?
Probably fell asleep around 2:45 or 4:45, 4 o'clock.
And that's what's the most funny part about this whole thing, because the girls in their bachelor party. Oh yeah, I'm about to spill it. I haven't said a thing to Courtney yet. She's a huge fan of the podcast, so I'm spilling it right now. These girls planned it 3 months in advance.
And we did this all in one night.
Yeah, they had a weekend.
It was our own fault, I guess. But they had this whole weekend.
And the power went out on them.
I guess they went too hard the first night.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to break this down for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're dads.
Are you putting her on blast?
Oh, I'm putting her on blast. She can't even defend herself right now.
Might be sleeping outside tonight.
No. The episode.
When this airs.
But Courtney, no. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because Courtney and all of them are like, yo, we're going to stay up like all night. We're going to be partying. You wait.
I mean,
they tried their best.
In comparison to our crew, they had a similar kind of.
They had some partiers.
Crew on paper. They should have been. Yeah.
They should have been. This was like I don't know. This would be like Led Zeppelin, the girls Led Zeppelin versus Rush. Like Led Zeppelin, like the party and shit, where Rush was more pussies and fucking like nature and shit. No offense to our buddy Nathan Breeze, I love Rush, but I'm just saying like musical differences. I'm sure Rush party, but like the differences in sound, like vibes, were totally different from us to them. And the first night they made it till 1 in the morning. Second night, 10 p.m. The biggest fucking... They were telling me they were going to stay up all night and they can still party fucking 10 p. I keep trying to say it. P.m.
So you played at 10 a.m. That would have been legendary, but 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Everybody in bed. So just for like Courtney, who kept saying to me, oh, we'll stay up and we can still party and shit. You fucking fail. Your husband did better than you. Just so you know. And I had I expected you to party and him to be passed out by 10 p.m. and you went to bed. So, Courtney, you soft as shit. Still love you to death, but you soft. And don't give me the excuse I'm a mom, because he's a dad and he still stayed up till 4 a.m.
To be fair, I have it pretty easy when it comes to...
Don't cover for her. Don't cover for her.
I have it pretty easy when it comes to the parenting aspect of it.
You're covering for her.
But
you're just worried about sleeping outside in the backyard.
So 10 o'clock's pretty soft.
That was soft as fuck. When I heard that shit,
you texted me. You broke the scoop because
Paulina ruined it.
Courtney texted me and said that they're in their separate rooms or the same room, but like on their phones watching TV. I'm like, looking at my clock. I'm like, it's fucking 10 o'clock. You guys are already watching fucking TV not going out. But I guess. Their excuse was their power was out. And
they still had the fire pit. They had a fire pit. These guys had way more. Soft. We had a greasy fucking hotel with no view. They had a fire pit they could sit around. We had a parking lot with creepy fucking Boston women who were trying to tell us our fucking zodiac signs and shit. Trying to tell us our fucking future.
What she was complaining about, but
she was chirping Luke because Luke was wearing a pink shirt,
his salmon shirt,
and it was pink. It wasn't salmon, it was pink, but he could rock it.
Salmon though,
I guess. Yeah, fuck off. But Luke was looking good, and she was calling him gay pretty much, and then she was like. And then he was like, I won like this much money at fucking the casino. And she's like, that's what I spend at Costco. I'm like, of course, because you're a fucking bigger woman. You need that shit. Nah! I'm not saying, that was a bit over the line. But she definitely was being a bit too fucking lippy. But doesn't matter.
That makes sense why Luke was chirping her then.
Luke was chirping everybody that night. That was a legendary Bachelor's night.
But to put it out there, we did a one night party longer than they did in one weekend. They went a little bit too hard the first night. They all felt rough the next day.
Pussies. But they didn't do anything the first night. They sat in their hotel rooms.
They drank and played their games or whatever they were doing.
But oh my god, dude. Like, you save it for the night where you have the big events. You have a couple drinks. I heard your wife was puking on the Saturday morning. Like, dude, you don't go that hard. Like, You guys are amateurs. Like, fuck, you warm up the first night, get a good buzz on. Second night, fucking full-blown send. Because if you get a good buzz on the night before, it's harder to get that fucked up again.
Then worry about the hangover on Sunday.
Yeah, you worry about the hangover. Corny didn't have to drive. So, you guys are soft.
Soft.
Gemma's going to be coming and beating the shit out of
Say
him.
Gemma?
Yeah, Gemma. We're not getting into that. But another thing you are very interested in is the wrestling world. And there's been one thing I've been curious to ask you about the wrestling world. I'm going to ask the same thing whenever I get hotter on here. Is what's your opinion on Logan Paul doing what he's doing in the wrestling world right now?
I mean, it's good for him.
It's good for, but
good paycheck.
But there's the way you're saying that there's a but.
Well,
to the sport of wrestling.
I don't know what it does for WWE necessarily on their end.
Right.
Like I don't really. I mean, it brings them new fans. I guess if they're fans of Logan Paul, they're gonna follow.
You want another beer?
I'm okay.
You're having another beer. Keep talking.
All right. I guess if they're fans of Logan Paul, they're gonna follow and watch wherever he's going. So it's good on their part. I get it, but I don't know. He has a match. He's fighting tomorrow night, SummerSlam. He's fighting.
Well, that's tomorrow.
He's fighting the Miz again.
The Miz, Rey Mysterio's kid?
I think. No, that's no the Miz. Miz is his own guy.
Was that the guy that like chokeslammed him after the last fucking?
Miz. They were actually partners, I think, at the last WrestleMania. They were a tag team.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Miz was the guy from Tough Enough years ago.
Tough Enough.
And he was on The Real World.
That's not a fucking flex.
He started out on that. He was like the reality TV actor, and then
he blew to wrestling.
And credit to Miz, he's great. He won the championship. He beat John Cena at WrestleMania years ago.
Okay.
But Logan Paul though, like I said, it's good for him. He's getting a good paycheck, and it's good, I guess, for fans of his because they're coming to watch him wrestle.
So are you not like thinking this is like wrestling selling out or anything? Because I kind of thought it was like that when I first was.
No, I mean, they always do stuff to bring in Ronda Rousey a couple years ago. That's not to sell out.
That's kind of different though. 'Cause she's actually a fighter.
Yeah, but
Logan Paul, you can say you're a boxer, but you're fucking not.
But I mean, they're just trying something new. I think you can only try out the same 5 or 10 people so often.
Right.
New.
You're so positive. I fucking hate it.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't really follow him that much on his YouTube or whatever. What does he do? Boxing? Is he the boxing?
No,
guy?
he's like the vlogger. He's the one who filmed the dead body in the forest years back. And he was like a
Does
vlogger.
he buy the Pokemon cards too? Is that him?
Yeah, he's the one who has the world record for the most expensive Pokemon.
And he has a Charizard. He wears a Charizard.
Yeah.
He comes to the ring with that Charizard around his neck.
What do you think of his outfit for WWE? Do you think it fits? Is that like the outfits nowadays? He looks like a fucking tool in my opinion. Do you like it? You can be honest.
I don't know. He's pulling it off. I don't know. I think he's pulling
Dude,
it
he wears
off.
a fucking headband. Like, who does he think he is? Like, is he trying to be like, what are they calling Dragon Ball Z?
He's channeling the old school.
What's the Dragon Ball?
vibe.
What's the Dragon Ball Z thing when they like get all blonde haired and shit? What was that?
I don't know. I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you fucker.
I know they do that weird Kamehameha.
Kamehameha! Yeah. Could you imagine that's Logan Paul's one of his fucking moves? Kamehameha! And they just fucking drop.
I think it's called Ultimate or something. I
don't know, something like that. Everyone's gonna be like, don't even bring up Dragon Ball Z.
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, I used to, but not anymore. But yeah, when I thought about that goof joining, it was just like a money grab. Like, the big thing with him is just like he tries to sell it so much. Like when he beat Rey Mysterio,
well, it's a money grab, but I don't know.
But you like literally said
I don't know what it's money grab for him because he's getting a good paycheck from it. And they signed him to an actual not just a couple appearances. He has a wrestling contract now, which he probably only will do a couple pay-per-views a year still.
Well, I mean, it's still.
But I don't know if it's a money grab for WWE necessarily. I don't know if that's going to bring in the base they think is going to bring in.
To me, I thought, honestly, I was like, this is a good step for Logan Paul. Because he's a very fit dude. And also, he can still win. Like, he needs a scripted anything to win because he can't fucking fight. Like, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
He's never shocked me. He is a very awkward fighter. And, like, he can show off some skills. Maybe he can do a backflip and shit. But I just don't like he beats Rey Mysterio. He goes on his podcast like that wasn't scripted. I actually be okay, dude. Like everyone since the 1990s knows that wrestling is fucking scripted. Don't come at me and try to say, dude, I actually beat him. It's my skill and shit. Like fuck you. Rey Mysterio's 50 years old and he in wrestling years and shit. He's definitely.
What is his age? I gotta look up his age.
Logan?
No, Rey Mysterio.
He has to be like 55.
He's got to be up there, but
Yeah, he's fucking.
I'm googling it right now.
He's
We're
one of
gonna
the.
find out
He's
what
one
his-
of the OGs. Like him.
Well, it feels like he's been wrestling for forever, but let's see.
Well, I mean, I was watching him when I was fucking 8, and I'm 27 now.
He's 47 years old.
Oh.
So close to 50.
Yeah, I mean, his kid's gonna take over.
But everyone, like Triple H is in his 50s.
He retired, though.
The Rock's 50.
Yeah, but The Rock doesn't.
Stone Cold's 53, 54. So all those
Does The
guys
Rock
are getting
still
up there.
wrestle?
Well,
Oh, we're getting some wrestling shit. All
I
right.
think the plan for a couple of years now is for him to fight his cousin Roman Reigns. That's what they want to do.
That's actually his cousin.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
But they, with The Rock filming stuff over the years, they haven't been able to line up. But I think they're aiming towards that next year. I don't know 100%.
Ooh, that's a fight.
So that's one I can get behind because, like, I don't know about anybody else that watches wrestling even occasionally. It's kind of different now. And, like, it's going to happen, like, I'm sure when we were watching as kids, like, our parents, like, they're like, oh, there's no Hulk Hogan anymore. Like, they're wrestlers that they watched when they were growing up. So, like, when you get older, you're like, okay, The Rock's not wrestling anymore. It's hard to get involved in new guys. Because, like, new guys,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
you, like, John Cena was, like, the big guy.
Undertaker, Kane.
Undertaker.
Kane was still wrestling.
And, like,
when
all
I
those
was...
guys are still wrestling even up to a couple of years ago. But, like, and you have to bring in new guys. Like, Roman Reigns is the new guy now. And there's, like, Seth Rollins and other
I know
guys
Seth
out there.
Rollins, actually. Becky Lynch.
Becky
She's
Lynch.
new,
Like,
right?
there's great wrestlers, but it doesn't feel the same as when you were a kid watching it. Like, there's not.
Yeah,
like,
no. Because you know
big
it's fake.
names. And, like, Brock Lesnar's still there. Not as old as I thought he was. He's still pretty young. Randy Orton's still wrestling, too. He's younger than I thought he was, too.
Yeah.
He's, I think, 40 or 41. So he could still wrestle for another 4 or 5 years if he wanted to.
That
both
motherfucker
those
needs-
guys. But
Go back into UFC, Brock. Try to fight now.
and everyone like says, oh, it's not the same anymore. But to me, it doesn't feel the same. Like, I don't watch Raw or SmackDown. I kind of just put the pay-per-view on. Like, I have the
Yeah, you have
network.
the wrestling
I have
pay.
the network, so I watch the pay-per-views. And I still, I'll read, like, the Raw results or whatever, just see what's happening in the lead-up to the pay-per-views and kind of keep tabs. And if, like, I see a rumor of someone's coming back.
Yeah.
Like, Edge came back years ago, and he's off TV right now, but he might come back soon, too. So, like, there's still guys that you get behind, but it's not the same.
Yeah. That's a good point. Who the fuck cares? I don't watch it.
But to be, like, the best thing is watching it and, like, being genuinely surprised. Like, they were, like, when Edge came back to the Royal Rumble, there was the rumors years ago.
Oh, but they didn't have to announce anything.
It happened, and then he came out. That was great. Ronda Rousey coming to WWE years ago, too. That was big. Like, that was always a rumor, but, like, until you saw her walk out
Yeah, with her bitch face.
and come out,
God,
like, you just, there's
She
things like
always
that.
looked like she was just
Like,
chewing
that's
on the
that's what I
fucking
feel like is
mouth
missing,
guard.
and it's hard. Although the biggest one recently was I don't know if you know Cody Rhodes or not,
No.
but he
No.
he wrestled on the other thing AEW,
Oh, okay.
and he came back to WWE at WrestleMania, and that was a big thing, and that was really cool to see.
Holy
'Cause
shit.
he was on WWE before, didn't like his direction, left, went to a couple different places, and then like made a name for himself again in AEW, and then that didn't work out. He came back to WWE, kind of blew up. So that was like the last big thing I feel like that happened.
Damn.
So
This is all kind of French to me.
yeah, I don't know, but
I mean, it's still pretty sick.
basically one match I want to see, and I hope it happens next year, is Roman Reigns versus The Rock.
I wonder how good The Rock would be able to perform now.
I think you can still do Rock versus John Cena. Those matches are pretty good a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Those were
seen a
good.
few clips of that.
Dude's still massive too, The Rock. So like he could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a fucking roid abuser. That's my own personal opinion. I think that motherfucker's still on roids. We'll talk about the last thing, and then we'll get out of here and have another pint or go sit on the balcony because I'm sweating my ass off right now. Me and you both worked in the fast food industry, but we won't get too far into it. I just want to ask one thing, because I feel like in every job you have PTSD of every job. So I want to ask you, because me and him worked at Tim Hortons together. How long did you work at it for?
I was there for 8 years, I think.
I was there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we should just do a podcast. Years of experience in fast food.
Back to the beginning, the content I want to do, I want to go back and try and work a shift at Tim Hortons one day. I think that'd be good.
Oh my
I think
god,
that'd be
we
good
need
content.
to. Me and you, because me and him were bakers. So me and him fucking run that shit. Well, you were good. I sucked. I was the worst fucking I didn't care about anything.
I just got by on the job. I don't know if I was good at it, but I made do. So
You didn't yell at people like I did. I was a very angry teenager. Puberty was rough on me. But when it came to the fast food thing, what are some of the PTSD things you have? Sounds for me. Okay, let's start with like PTSD. Just sounds. Let's do
probably
sounds
the
first.
timer on the oven going.
Beep, beep, beep. Was that it?
Or like the convection one, like when if you set the timer on the convection, like you put like eggs and sausage,
Yeah.
go off and like okay, I got some eggs coming out, like
Beep, 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 beep. Like,
just go off and like the
beep, beep.
I think the other oven beeped at you too, like when the fritters and stuff were done.
Yeah,
or
so
whatever.
I think about those. I think of pressing fritter full. Beep beep.
We did that for everything.
And then it was just
it worked for everything.
and then you go
Muffins.
beep beep. But the one sound that PTSD the most. The ovens at Tim Hortons that we worked at, I'm not sure if they're different now, but when you open them up, sound like a fucking like a Sony,
Or
the
like
Sony opening.
Or like an airplane was taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I can fucking that's like imprinted in my fucking head. Each time I actually go to a Tim Hortons and hear the because I can hear it from the front, it's like
Well, they have
it's like
they have
Vietnam.
different ovens now. Like the one in
No.
town, one of the ones in town here. They have the ones. Remember the Newcastle one?
Yeah.
Not the one we worked at, but the other one. They
Right.
have them like built into the display there.
Yeah.
So like every like Timmy's that I've seen around here has those same ones where it's like built into the wall.
No kidding.
Whereas ours was like a separate thing in the back.
Huh. I never noticed that.
Sounds though, PTSD drive-through headset stuff. Hearing that like them going over the thing and like.
Oh yeah. Or you know what? The diesel trucks starting up in the
Diesel trucks
wintertime.
starting up, and then like drive-through times. Just drive-through times alone, PTSD.
So drive-through times, a car would pull up.
Anybody that worked at Timmy's and has ever worked at Timmy's.
I'm going to try to do the
Any
sound
fast
effect.
food like McDonald's and everything. You guys probably have drive-through times too.
Oh, the drive-through
That's
time.
the worst. Like
I
would
failed them.
You would slay all day and like clear out lines in the store and in drive-through, and then like the manager would come down from upstairs for like 2 seconds, be like, "We gotta have faster drive-through times, guys."
Yeah, like
And
yeah.
not help. They would just disappear, go back upstairs, and you'd be still doing the drive-through times. Like, gotta get them under a minute, guys. Come on.
And then like they would say that to me, and I'd go longer. Where you'd be like, "Oh, let's get."
Was
I'd be
there-
like, "No, fuck
Did they
it."
record it for like a contest, or did they?
Yeah, they had. We won the trophy one year.
Yeah.
And then
do
fucking
fastest drive-through.
and then the guy who's above, like our boss at the travel fest. So we won this trophy. I fucking got the drive-through times for a week, or we did it for a fucking month or something. We got the record, and the fucking dickhead above the boss at our work came. We got the trophy. The drive-through crew that got it took a picture. I had to be in it, and I mean, I did this. Here's my smile. Like I fucking didn't smile. I just like made the most awkward. Like I fucking want to kill myself, and then a fucking few weeks later, the asshole boss above ours comes in. He's like, "So I need to take that trophy away." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean? We won it." Yeah, no, another fucking like travel plaza got better times than you, so we're taking. I'm like, "Bro, give them their own. Go. They're at the fucking dollar store, you
got enough money to
dickhead."
buy another
Yeah,
trophy.
fuck you. Like, you fucking nice. Like, I'm fucking come down your. Like, my non-slip shoes are scuffed and holy. You come in fucking leather shoes. I should have scuffed them.
I
Fucking
miss the non-slip shoes I used to buy. The Airwalks from like from
Airwalks.
Payless. Shout out R.I.P. for Payless too. Shout out to Payless.
Oh yeah, they're dead. I used to buy my shoes from there too, actually.
We had like the deal at Timmy's that you'd save like 15% on your shoes if you told them you worked at Timmy's.
Yeah, and they wouldn't even ask for like proof.
But like
They would
there's
just-
a couple years where they had those sweet. They were like basically literally Airwalks, but made into non-slips.
Yeah,
They looked cool.
those
Not
are
that I wore
great.
them out, other than at work. But
Those
I
were
just-
fucking awesome.
They didn't look like regular non-slip shoes, so those were good. But yeah, shout out to and rest in peace to Payless.
So, PTSD for me was the front where you put the hot trays or whatever for the eggs and stuff.
Oh, and like set the buttons
they
to
would randomly beep
all at once too. All of them would beep.
And the panini press.
Yeah.
Do they still have paninis at Timmy's?
I think they do grilled cheese though. I don't know about the other ones though.
God, the bacon deluxe.
And the Tuscan chicken.
Oh, fuck the Tuscan chicken. Every fucking guy who ordered Tuscan chicken from Timmy's, I hate you. Bro, that shit would fucking... The chicken would burn my hands. I'd put it in the grill. All the chicken would fall out. Then you have to scrape the fucking grill because there's like 2 days of chicken on it.
I don't want to give out trade secrets from Timmy's, but we use that chicken for... We use that chicken for the snack wraps that we did.
Oh, yeah. It was impossible to keep up with.
We use the same chicken for the Tuscan paninis, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And...
The chicken sandwiches were different, though.
Yeah,
remember those?
The chicken salad.
The spice, yeah, the chicken salad. Remember the spicy? You remember the spicy chicken?
Like
where you had to put it in the bag
and like shake it.
Yeah, I inhaled that once by accident, like the powder.
Those stupid kettle. Did we make spicy kettle chips too?
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
I remember. I'm not gonna say her name. But I remember our manager came down to me one day, and
I know who it is.
I'm in the back baking. And she's like, "Oh, we're getting fries. Like, Timmy's getting fries." I'm like, "Oh, we're getting French fries. I'm like, we're gonna get." And you can bake fries. Like, you can bake McCain fries in the oven. So I'm like, "Oh, we're getting like a deep fryer down here. Or we're gonna just bake them in the oven." She's like, "Oh no, I think like just in the oven." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, sweet."
Bag of fucking
in my head, I'm like, "Well, there's an extra thing we got to make now." So a couple weeks go by. These fries come.
Bags of fucking
They're bags of potato chips. I don't even know if they're not like Miss Vicky's kettle chips. They're kind of just like...
They're a no-name.
No-name. It's just like hard chips.
I mucked a whole bag of those
chips.
by accident in the back,
too. We just microwaved them.
Yeah. I used to grab 2 bags, one for me and one to put out for everybody, and I'd
you put them in those little amber inserts, put them in the thing, but yeah, my manager said they were getting fries. I'm like...
That's not fries.
That's not fries. Chips are not fries.
Oh my god, I remember I used to have to pull the soups because they wouldn't pull them. And they'd be like frozen. I'd need to get soups out by a specific time, and I'd just fill up the sink with hot water and throw it in there. And then I was the worst at getting the soups out on time. I mean, they would.
Well, even if the soup was frozen, if you could get it out at least, you could like just fill it with water, and it would like.
What time did the soups have to be out there? At 10, right?
I think so, yeah.
And I always brought them out.
9, I think it had to be.
I always forgot. One time I forgot.
Usually they'd have overnight. They'd have like a chicken noodle going and like a chili maybe. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's all good.
Chicken noodle or like a chili. All night, and then like when you came in the morning, you had to get the oatmeal ready, which I hated making the oatmeal. I usually got whoever was doing it to make.
Night shift always did for me.
Because
I didn't want to learn it.
I always fucked the oatmeal up. I don't know.
Well, you made it too watery.
Yeah, or like too thick, and I'm like, you guys can make the oatmeal. Or I forget.
Is oatmeal ever really too thick though?
If it sits for a while, it does. It absorbs the water.
Yeah, but so what was your PTSD songs from that place? I got a few.
This Girl's on Fire.
Yep. That's one of mine.
There's
This girl is on fire.
Many long weekends where if you worked like 2 or 3 of those days, or like especially 3 in a row, if you worked like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of that
weekend. You would hear that fucking.
And you came in at like 7 to 3, you'd hear it at 7 or like 6:45 when you're walking in, 12 o'clock on your break.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
just before you're about to leave, and you're like, "This girl is on fire," and I'm going home.
Was she still alive when?
Alicia Keys?
Oh, I thought it was Whitney Houston who sang that song. Oh.
I think I'm pretty sure Alicia Keys is still alive. Whitney Houston.
Yeah, she is still alive. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's one of the songs. Call Me Maybe I heard a couple times at work too. I like that song though. That's a good song.
Yeah, they changed the radio stations. Got any other ones? I got a few.
I just really think of This Girl's on Fire. I heard a lot.
So there was Counting Stars for Me by One Republic.
Okay.
That song played a lot. And then there was My Girl, My Girl. Hit that fucking high.
They play the old time.
Oh my god,
songs,
dude!
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'd hear that shit fucking 5 times in one shift. And another thing, like, just sounds for me was the arcade in the back of the Travel Plaza. Walking in the mornings, I always park in the back.
Yeah.
Just like right when I walked through there, dude, you're like, fuck, my life's over. I wish I could quit this place, especially when I was like looking for a new job. I'm like, oh, fucking hate
Even
it.
like when you're leaving at night, like you worked like 3 to 11s, and like you
Same
left at,
song.
11, like same
At
song.
the same point
like,
of the song too when you walked out.
By that point at nighttime, it's usually like pretty quiet, unless you got like a random bus in at like 11 o'clock, which doesn't really happen. But you'd like be walking back to your car because everyone parked on Brownsville Road usually.
Yeah, that's where I parked.
So you'd be walking by and like dead silence. All of a sudden, I'd be like, Like,
Yeah. What are songs do I have? So I have My Girl.
Stars, Alicia Keys, Girls on Fire.
Never mind, I'll find some.
Adele was a big one.
Oh my god, I remember like my first winter there. That song, because I worked the 3 to 11s every weekend, because my dumbass brother, he fucked up on the morning shift, so he was always on night, so I had to work 3 to 11s. I heard that song so much. Never mind, like, fuck, man, and that's the only part I ever, like, would actually catch my ear, was only that part. Someone like you. And, and there was this one song, I never knew the fucking name of it, but, it was like this fucking old-sounding dickhead. It was like, moving on. Getting older. Oh my god. I'm like, whoa. And I just hear these those like, whoa. Whoa. And I'm like, what is that? Fucking. And it was coming through those stupid speakers.
I remember one time when I first started. I think it was before you were working there. The manager at the time, the guy was, I guess he whistled before in the past, but like the song was whistling and like he wasn't whistling, but he had heard him whistle before.
Yeah.
And he comes back, he's like, hey, stop whistling and just get to work. But it was a song whistling, and like he left, and we just started laughing. I'm like, it's a song, man. It's on the speaker. Change the song.
I'm trying to think what our songs. It was an oldies. It was the Super Troopers or Stormtroopers.
Gone, you've been gone so long. You've been gone.
That's the same song,
That's
My Girl.
My Girl.
Yeah, dude, you know that one? That one was fucking cancer. Bro, I swear to God, I was going to get a brain tumor from listening to that song so fucking much. I mean, because, like, while you're baking, there's all this shit going off. And you could only hear little bits and pieces, but I only heard the same fucking bits and pieces every goddamn time, bro.
PTSD, I was thinking about this the other day. Remember when, like, we knew, like, it was a long weekend, like, Christmas time, or, like, we knew buses were coming? Remember when we opened that second side up? That second sandwich station?
Sandwiches.
The fucking ghetto sandwich station. The bagel cutter.
The bagel you had to cut. So we had a bagel cutter that had a handle, and you just like slide it through, and the blade was so sharp it just sliced it so perfectly. At the other side, there was like a fucking plastic V with a
like
knife.
Like an old school like medieval thing. If you're cutting somebody's head off, it was like
guillotine.
Straight down. Yeah, guillotine. Straight down.
Yeah,
so you had to put the bagel in and go this way instead of that way.
Oh my god, yeah.
And the toaster on that side was so slow. You'd have to like put like.
I yelled at a customer
to, like,
because
just catch up because like you'd be like put it in, you'd be like you can go like upstairs and take a shit.
Yeah, there's
come
like
back down, your bagel still hasn't dropped.
There was like the
I don't know. Are we allowed to swear on here?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I've been swearing the whole time, you fucking idiot.
Am I allowed to swear?
Yes, you're allowed to swear.
Okay,
You're
the.
You can swear.
Okay.
You just don't fucking whip out your cock in front of the camera, and we'll be okay.
That, but you can go up and take a shit.
Yeah, you can.
Your bagel still hasn't dropped.
Bro, I got into a fight with this fucking creepy old guy. Because
and, like,
that.
That fridge never worked, so like you do you would do your like temps because like you had to record your temps. So you'd be recording your temps and like all your cream cheese would be like 50 degrees, even though it's not, but the fridge would say it is.
Oh, we bullshitted our temps every
and, like,
fucking day,
anyways.
anyways.
Go get ice from the back and like put your thing in the ice tray to get the temperature down. It was just
I never did that.
And then you'd have like when you're baking, because like once I got off the sandwiches, I was baking, but you'd have both sides open.
Yeah.
The other side would. Both sides wouldn't tell you about them being out of
when
eggs.
they're running out of shit, yeah.
One side would have nothing, and it's like, oh, I need eggs. It's like, well, did you tell me? And they could bring the things back. It's like, no. And you go out there, all the egg trays are empty. I'm like, if they're empty, just bring them back. Even bring 2 back so I know I have to make eggs. Because at the time when we were baking, it wasn't all day breakfast, so we had to throw that stuff out at the end of the day, and we got in trouble if we threw out too much. But then we get in trouble if we didn't have enough. And
correction, and just so you know, getting in trouble was like not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
They would be like, "You wasted all these eggs." I'm like, "Well, fucking make a sandwich then, you fat fuck."
It's like when your parents say they're disappointed.
Yeah, like literally, and at work, it's like you still gotta fucking pay me. So, one big PST day, the worst day that I ever worked with Brandon was what was it? Their 50th anniversary when they gave out the birthday.
Whatever birthday.
It was a celebration.
Donuts.
Like, they gave away
they didn't have the Timbits at the time. I don't think it was just the donuts.
But they were giving away them for free.
Yeah.
And guess who was fucking baking that day? Me and Brandon. And we had all these little fucking people in the front coming back and eating the Timbits. At the point where Brandon's nice to people at work, where he's like, "Oh, come on," and he was like, "God damn it! Like these guys are eating all this shit," and like he was getting mad. So people came back, and he was like, I could tell he's mad. So I, in my professional way, said, "Get the fuck out of the kitchen, you motherfuckers! Fuck off!" Like, I fucking blew up on everybody. Fuck you! Get the fuck out of the kitchen, you guys! Fuck it, there's not even any left. Oh my god, I blew up. And I think that we had this big, powerful hose. I started spraying people. Remember?
I remember that, yeah.
I was like, get the fuck out! Like, I was in how I never got fired. One time I sprayed up and I hit the roof. And like mold started coming off the roof. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, no, I sprayed the roof and it was leaking. And the management came down and they're like, oh shit, like, do we have like a leak up there? And I was like, yeah, you must. You never confessed to it. Just shitty, but yeah.
Just the donuts, yeah,
that was 8 hours. Well, so you were the 4 to 12.
Because like our glazer, like you're making those where you're making like breakfast still, you're making other donuts to fill the showcase, but our glazer that whole day
was just those.
Just filled with those because they're literally giving them.
We didn't even care about like if all the other Timbits or donuts ran out. Fuck them. Fuck. Just order a birthday cake. It's free.
We didn't even have like trays. Like I like sent it to the freezer to like rack those up so that like we would have them ready to go.
And the freezer was freezing. Oh my god. And so he was like the 4 to 12. So he got off right before it got really busy, before the afternoon rush came in. I had to deal with other people. I'm not dropping names or saying anything, but I had to deal with a baker that wasn't as good as Brandon and was... I mean, the worst part about those birthday cake donuts, too, is when they first came out, we had to sprinkle these fucking little beads. Like, remember the little circle things? We had to sprinkle them on them. That just made our life even fucking worse. Like, Tim Hortons literally was like, we want these birthday cake, we're going to give them out for free, but by the way, they're a pain in the ass to fucking make. Like, what the fuck? Thanks, Tim Hortons, you useless fucks.
No.
You still can't make my order right. I give a shout out.
We're still there every day.
I still give a shout out to Timmy's though and all the fast food places because during this whole COVID thing, they have been still.
They were holding it down.
They didn't shut down like fucking. Wait, what did shut down those? Like all the restaurants and shit, you know, where all of them got tips. These motherfuckers paid minimum wage. I think they got like what $2 or something. What'd they get?
They got some kind
of raise during COVID, but they took it away right when they were like, "Oh, COVID's done, they're gone." Fucking dug for it.
I had more people like. Yeah, it sucks to go through and your bagel's not toasted the way you like it or your coffee's not made. Like,
yeah, you're double
having worked there, you know what you're going through. You have all these pressures from
dickheads up above who make way more than you.
Other staff who don't do their job.
Like, it's a Saturday fucking morning. You don't want to be there.
Like, you get home, okay, fuck, you gave me a black coffee instead of, like, cream and sugar. Not that I can add it at home.
Yeah, and the uniforms are fucking, like, they just make you look like a nerd.
They got better when we were leaving. Because they had those like black like.
Oh, I was wearing the black ones.
Like kind of golf shirts.
When we first started there,
those like brown and like dated ones. You do like brown visor. Like those.
Yeah.
Those were bad. Those were bad.
Oh my god! All right, that's enough for this episode.
All right,
we've recorded enough. But Brandon, this is going to be a once a month thing. But I want you to be my full-time co-host.
We'll see how this one goes. We'll see how many.
Fuck off with how many views it gets and shit. Just fucking.
We don't wanna milk it too much. Like keep this going.
Oh, I'm gonna hit you. After this camera turns off, I'm punching this fucking guy.
It's been nice to get on here.
Yeah, you're coming back on next month then.
There was one time I wanted to come on here, but you were too tired. We just ended up drinking the whole night.
I wasn't too tired. I was already drunk.
Well, that too, yeah.
Don't even. It's my show. Look, every episode I fucking cry. There's been episodes where I've been drunk. Accidentally drunk.
Yeah, I don't know. I came prepared to be on it, and I came over like, nah.
Like, look at him wearing all my merch.
I'm too pissed off.
Honestly, lazy.
I came over, you're like, I'm too pissed off. We're not filming tonight. We're just going to have beers. I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll do it another time. So I'm glad we were able to do it tonight.
But I need to get out on the balcony. So I'll probably do a little outro thing. So yeah, thank you for coming on. Let's go drink one more beer and then get the fuck out of my apartment. All right. I love you, Brandon.
The Honestly Lazy Podcast.